What's up, everybody? Matt Maran here for a sad little news update, and that is that after years of rumors and reports, the Kia Stinger has officially been killed off. Kia announced just today that they're ending Stinger production, and they're sending it out with a tribute edition. So, to pay tribute to the Stinger here, I'm going to pour myself a drink here, like I sometimes do whenever we have some sad news here on the channel, and so this one's for you, Kia Stinger. Such an underappreciated car over the years, and I'll talk more about it in a second. But anyway, Kia's official statement here as far as what they're saying about the Stinger. They say that it was a groundbreaking vehicle for them, and they say there is no replacement planned for the Stinger. But Kia has said that as we enter a new age of mobility, Kia will satisfy the needs of customers who seek to enjoy elevated levels of dynamic driving pleasure through high-performance electrified models such as the EV6 GT. And the brand's strategy to continue accelerating the development of innovative electrification technologies will ensure that sustainability and strong performance combine effortlessly under the Kia badge. So, I don't know if the EV6 GT is a great spiritual successor to the Stinger, though, considering it's a much more crossover, type of vehicle. I am kind of surprised, though, as an aside, that we haven't seen any kind of Kia version of the Hyundai Ioniq 6. Typically, Kia gets a version of basically everything that Hyundai puts out, and strangely, that's one that they're not seeming to get. I hope that maybe Kia does. That'd be great to see like a kind of fastback, hatchback kind of version of the Ioniq 6, have that for some type of new electric Stinger. I think that would really fit very well and be pretty similar in dimensions and stuff as well. But unfortunately, nothing about that I've even heard in the rumor mill. So anyway, so that's what they're saying, is EV6 GT is going to be the successor in a way. But interestingly too, it seems like the platform sibling of this the Stinger here, the Genesis G70, that seems like it's going to continue on. So it doesn't seem like there was any issue as far as production facilities and them needing that line for something else, or powertrain stuff, because those powertrains are still available elsewhere. So I'm not sure what the deal is as far as why they ended up killing off the Stinger. Obviously it didn't sell super great, but neither did the G70. And actually the Stinger outsold the G70 last year. For this year, it looks like G70 will outsell Stinger by a few thousand units. But for a luxury niche vehicle, it was doing between like 7,000 and 10,000 sales a year. Not that bad, honestly, in my opinion, at least. But, I guess they just decided, it's run its course. It did debut in the 2017, model year, or 2017 as a 2018, I believe. So, it's had a normal, 5-year lifespan, basically. But it's a shame that they're not continuing on with the name or anything at all. And so, as for this tribute edition here, it's based on a loaded GT, although they haven't said whether it'll be a rear-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive version, or if you can select between one or the other. It's only visual changes as well. There's no mechanical improvements here, which makes sense since it's just a final, send-off kind of thing. So it'll be available either in this exclusive Moonscape matte gray color or in Ascot green. Otherwise, on the outside, they get black 19-inch wheels, black Brembo calipers, and black side mirrors. Inside, it gets bespoke terracotta leather with a wasp emblem on the headrest there that's embroidered. You also get a carbon effect trim on the dash that's unique, and it's also on the door panels. And there's a special door sill plate on the driver's side with the production number of your tribute edition. And so only 1,000 of these will be built worldwide. So they haven't said how many of these we're getting here in the States, and I'm assuming we'll even get it in the States. I think, that we will be getting some of them. It's just a matter of how many. We also don't know the details as far as when they're ending Stinger production, when the last day to order one is. None of those details have been provided yet, so I'm assuming there's a little bit of time. I did run a quick search, and it looks like Stingers are available already for the 2023 model year on dealer lots. There's over 500 listed on Auto Trader, new, currently. So there's plenty of 2023s out there, it seems. So it's at least safe through the 2023 model year here, I would assume. So whenever that model year ends, sometime next year, I'm guessing, is when Stingers are going to officially end production. But it's very sad to, see this announcement here. And so, I mean, I think it's kind of a shame. In addition to the fact that it didn't have a super long life, I just think it was a very underappreciated vehicle. Both the 4-cylinder and the 6-cylinder. I think the 6-cylinder got a decent amount of attention and stuff, and has its own niche following. But the 4-cylinder seems like it was totally slept on, unfortunately. And even when it came out, I said it was a great WRX alternative. Yes, it was heavier, but it had a real automatic and a hatch, and you can get it with all-wheel drive, and it was 250 horsepower when it launched. And then for the recent refresh here, it had the better engine, the 2.5-liter turbo, 300 horsepower in the base Stinger with either rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, a real 8-speed automatic, no CVT garbage from Subaru. It was just a straight 8-speed automatic. Great looks, great interior, and you had something with 300 horsepower, the magic number everyone wants here, and all-wheel drive, just not the manual, which I think was kind of part of the upset of the Stinger originally. But if you can live without the manual, I still think the Stinger's a great bargain. You can get one of those things, really nicely loaded up for a 4-cylinder one for under 40 grand. And, you can't even get a nice loaded WRX for 40 grand with the automatic and stuff. So, I still think it's a fantastic value, and it's a shame that they didn't sell better. But I have been seeing more and more of them around in the past year, strangely, at least in my area. It seems like it's catching on a little bit too late. But maybe some people are slowly coming around to the awesomeness of the Stinger. I don't know. But, it's also a historic moment for Kia because it was the first vehicle that introduced Albert Biermann's expertise into the lineup, who, left BMW's M division and came and engineered some great stuff. And the Stinger is what kicked off all the awesome Hyundai N products and everything else that, he's had an influence in basically everything in the lineup at this point and really improved the handling of everything and made everything so much more dynamic than it was before he showed up. And that all started with the Stinger. It's a little personal, but that was also my first media launch event that I went on was for the Stinger GT back in 2017 in the fall. And so it's sad to see it go for that reason as well. And but I always liked the Stinger. And if I ever needed, a 4-door, family vehicle and I didn't need an SUV or something like that, the Stinger I think is a great choice. I would still buy one in a heartbeat if it fit, what I needed at that time in my life. And so yes, that is it. And I think it's, still going to be a great, bargain out there on the used market for sure as well. I know they're holding their value pretty well just because of the market the past couple of years here, but hopefully there will be some bargains to be had on them used here in 2023 as well. But they're fantastic, especially if you get one certified. You get it with a 10-year warranty still, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. It's just a great vehicle overall. And so I'm going to be sad to see the Stinger go here. And I think it's a vehicle that has a potential someday to be sought after a little bit as well, considering they didn't sell a ton of them either. So we'll have to see about that and wait and see. It'll be a while before we see if it turns out to be a future classic. But I love the Stinger, and so it's really a bummer to see it go. So here's the Stinger, and anyone out there who did buy one, I know I do have some viewers that did purchase one. Hopefully you're still enjoying it. Please let us know your ownership experiences in the comments below if you have owned one. But anyway, here's the Stinger. May it rest in peace. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.